God, I look old. I just didn't wash my face last night. Also, my hair, I feel like my hairline looks like it's back here. I am constantly fixating on my forehead. I just feel like I have a giant forehead. I need like thicker brows. I'm gonna get my eyebrows microbladed and I need like an eyebrow lift just to make my forehead appear smaller. What the fuck is this? Also, I'm getting more lip filler soon, which I read that I literally researched it. I Googled it. I was like, do bigger lips make your forehead look smaller? And it does. Oh, hi, it's Randy Kelly. Finally, I'm filming. Oh my God. Okay, by the way, this is a Hollister shirt. I haven't worn this in a while, but I've owned this shirt for 15 years or 10 years. I don't know, but I've had this shirt for a long time. Okay, so in a few days, I'm going on my first cruise ever. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it, by the way, because cruises have a lot of people and I have social anxiety for the most part. I mean, sometimes I'm really social, sometimes I'm like, don't talk to me. So cruises are a lot of people. Also, I've seen Titanic literally 98 times, like I said on Snapchat. But it's going to the Bahamas, which I've always wanted to go to. So that I'm so excited for. And it's going to Key West, which I've never been to either, which I don't really know anything about Key West, but I'm assuming it'll be cute, I guess. I don't know. So I was reflecting on trips I've taken, and there was one trip in particular that was just really fucking bad. Okay, so my friend Wayne, he knows I'm making this video. I told him, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video about that one trip. Remember Palm Springs? We went to Palm Springs. I didn't really care about Palm Springs, but I've always heard of it. And I was like, it could be cute, I guess. It's literally a desert. I'm like, and online there was this rainbow hotel and it looked intriguing. It's like rainbow on the outside. Apparently a lot of gay people are in Palm Springs, but I don't really understand why, because I was there and I found it quite boring. So I'm like, what do gay people like here? I was like, there's not much to do here, but it's close to LA. So we went to LA too. We were like, okay, well, we can make a trip of it, LA and Palm Springs. I was like, okay. So I guess that's the first downfall of the trip. I didn't find it that interesting of a place to visit. I think it's more of like, I don't know, if you're into golfing or something, like, I don't know. Is it like a lot of golf courses and retired people? That's what it seemed like. And then the hotel, the fucking hotel, we kind of went for that hotel. It was unique. We were like, let's go to this hotel. The hotel was not as cute in person. Like, the outside is fun. Like, it's a damn rainbow. That's cute. Okay, that's iconic, I guess. But the room was nothing special. I was like, okay, this is it. Also, I think that was the hotel where the hallways were creepy. There was a hotel we stayed at where there was, like, no lights in the hallway, like, one time. And it was a nice hotel, supposedly, allegedly, but there was like no lights on. So we were walking like in the dark and it was creepy. So this part is funny. So he knows I'm going to talk about this. Basically, he was on this pain medication because he had like pinched a nerve right before the trip, but it was already booked. So he was in a lot of pain and he was on like this like pain medication. There's a reason people abuse pain medication, because it messes with your brain. It makes you high if you abuse it. He wasn't abusing it, obviously. He was taking it correctly, but it did alter his brain. He wasn't quite himself. So we were like bickering to, like, throughout the trip because he was being like a bitch and I was being a bitch back, kind of. Like, I think it was partially because he was in pain, which I understand. When you're in pain, like, I'm a bitch when I'm in pain. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone. Also, he was just loopy. He was like kind of out of it. And I remember we had a fight in a Starbucks. Basically, we were going on a tour, which, by the way, I don't like tours. He likes tours and I was like, well, okay, fine. I just don't like tours because you have to sit on a fucking bus for like hours sometimes. And I'm like, oh my God, this isn't fun. Like, I'd rather be walking around doing something. So anyway, we had a tour coming, but it was early and we were at Starbucks and I was like, well, I don't want to go yet because I don't want to just sit there and wait. Like, we've done this before where we're just waiting at the place for the tour to start. And he got mad because he wanted to go. He was like, and it started this big fucking fight in a Starbucks. Like, I know I'm giggling about it right now, but I was fucking pissed. Like, this was serious. Like, this was a full-blown fight and it led on throughout the day. And it was just a mess. It was messy. This part is so ridiculous. Basically, it was nighttime. We were heading back to the hotel. It was dark out and there's a wall in front of the hotel. This is what I mean. Like, he was kind of out of it. He wasn't high, but he just, I don't know. Anyway, he thought he was turning into the entrance of the hotel. He almost fucking ran us into the wall. We almost crashed into the goddamn wall in front of our hotel. Like, I was like, are you kidding? So I was pissed about that. And then, like, I was trying to help with the GPS, like, heading to the airport or something. We were heading somewhere, and I was trying to help with the GPS. I was trying to read the directions out loud so he wasn't looking at the phone while driving. That's dangerous. And it resulted in, like, this fight. I don't remember the specifics. This was, like, 6 years ago or 5 years ago. But I remember something happened, and I was so mad. By the way, this doesn't normally happen. I don't go on trips and have fights with people. Like, my friends and I, we don't fight on trips. Like, this was a rare occurrence, and it was, like, constant. It was constant fucking fighting. So we went to LA after, and that worked out a lot better. I like LA more than I like Palm Springs. I love LA. I've been there several times. I enjoy it. I'm Randy Kelly, so I like Cali, but I don't love Palm Springs, like I said. Maybe if I was a millionaire with a mansion over there, I would love it, but I'm not currently a millionaire with a mansion in Palm Springs, so I'm not currently on board. So LA was fine. We go home. I'm still salty about everything that happened on this trip. I'm like, that was the worst fucking trip ever. So I literally just posted a Snapchat story and I just typed out what happened. Like, it wasn't that deep. It wasn't a big deal, but there was this gay guy that had animosity towards me. He saw the story. He doesn't even know Wayne, but he sent the story or something to Wayne, or embellished what it said to Wayne to get him angry with me because this guy had a grudge against me. He's crazy. He literally came to my house once. I've talked about this. He was flipping shit in the kitchen and touching things. And one time I made popcorn for us and he ate the entire thing and didn't share it with me. I'm like, he literally wanted to start drama and start some shit. So he went and told what was said on the story, and that caused a big conflict. We didn't talk for months because of the story that I posted. And it wasn't even that big of a deal. It wasn't that deep. Like I said, what I posted was just saying like, okay, this was like the worst trip I've ever been on. Here's what happened. We almost ran into a wall. We were fighting. Like, I'm sorry, but how thirsty do you have to be to take somebody's story and run it to somebody you don't even know? I would never do that. That's weird. I would never like message someone I've never met, never talked to, don't know, be like, oh my God, Randy's talking. If I wasn't Randy, I wouldn't be like, Randy's talking about you. It's like, why do you fucking care? So overall, that trip was just kind of a nightmare, and the after effects were a nightmare. And it just, when I think of Palm fucking Springs, I'm like, oh God, like I'm never gonna return there and not think about that experience, but you never know. One day I could end up there. We'll see. The only reason I would go back, really, is because Trixie Mattel came out with a motel that's like all pink. It was on the Housewives of Salt Lake City, and it looks really adorable, and I would go to stay there. I don't think that would disappoint me. I've already seen the inside on the show and stuff. I know what I'm getting into. Trixie Mattel is a famous drag queen, and I think all the staff is like LGBTQ, and like I just think that whole concept is cute, so I would go for that. But besides that, fuck Palm Springs, and fuck that trip, and fuck the guy that sent that shit too. So here's to hoping the Bahamas is much better. No, but I've been on so many trips since, like Vegas, Hawaii, LA again. All these trips were good. No arguments, no problems. It was peachy. My only thing with Paris is my luggage was almost lost. Could not find it in the airport, and it's hard to communicate with anybody. So that was a hassle because that took like 2 hours to find the luggage. And then also Amsterdam and London was fucking freezing because it was the end of October, and I was really miserable in that weather because we had to walk everywhere. Besides that, everything has been great. So that was a Palm Springs trip from hell. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon.